beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 beep, boop, 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 boop. It's late. It's late. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. It's late, and we're just at nighttime. Whatever you guys want to talk about, let's talk. Just working. And if you guys have random questions, I will try to answer them. Do, 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 do. What are you two guys doing up so late? It's late and I'm working. Working. I wonder, did anybody watch the All-Star game? Well, not really the game. The 3-point contest was on today, and the dunk contest. I didn't get to watch any of it, but I want to see if anyone had a chance to see it. And what did they think of the 3-point contest this year? I feel like the 3-point contest and the All-Star game over the last few years has just gone to crap town. Like, the competition is gone. Nobody cares anymore. Everyone's always trying to manage their injuries. So there's no point in even watching the game anymore. Like, no one cares about the All-Star game anymore. They all just like hanging out. It's not really East versus West anymore, like how it was in the old days. I sound like an old person though when you say like East versus West. I don't think the kids even know what that is anymore. If you're talking about the NBA, it's teams now. I just feel like the All-Star thing is just a big waste of time these days. What else is going on the news? I think it's funny that every year it's tax season, and every year you're doing taxes. And the main thing that everyone's always afraid of when they're doing taxes is getting audited. Right? Like, you're afraid you're messing up somewhere and someone's gonna audit you. And then right now, what I'm thinking is funny is that technically the IRS are getting audited by Elon. So I wonder if this is the year to kind of just mess around on your taxes, because do they really have time to check your what you're entering in for your taxes this year? Oh no, lost all my viewers all by myself. You guys need to give me a topic to talk about. I know, we could play Would You Rather. Someone could just enter in a question for Would You Rather. I would love to play with you guys. So if you're just joining in, I am working and it's late and I'm all by myself and I'll be talking to myself if somebody talks with me. What else is going on in the world? See, I am working on a new video. I just finished watching the Breakfast Club interview with Dink Damos. And if you guys are familiar with that case at all, it's basically she is the 500 or 600-pound rapper from Detroit. And she is suing Lyft because a Lyft driver decided that he did not want to break his car and drive her. And so he declined her ride and gave her a refund, though, which was nice. But he is basically, yeah, she's basically suing them. And I'm listening to the interview, and I made a video about it before, but this person brought up a very good point. They're saying that it is no different than giving her a ride than giving four other people, like 4 other people that are 150 pounds, a ride as well. So I guess it makes no difference than giving one person, one 600-pound person, or 4 or 5 other people that are 150 to 200 pounds. So I guess that person did bring up a very good point on the whole Dink Damos thing. Then I'm rewatching the Super Bowl halftime thing. No, I'm not rewatching it, but I'm like watching people's reaction to it because I found it pretty interesting. And I think overall, hip hop is just not the way to go for the halftime show. It's just it doesn't make a good because you got a mixed crowd, and I guess not everyone knew about the Drake and Kendrick beef. So at the end of the day, a lot of people, especially like older folks or maybe even like white America, they're just confused about the whole thing because they're like, what is this? What does this even mean? And I think maybe Kendrick, whoever thought it was a bigger the beef was a bigger deal than they thought, but that's only if you actually knew what the beef was about. So that's why you would only care about the halftime show. If you didn't know about the beef, it was just a regular show to you. So yeah, he should have Kendrick totally should have done a different set list. He should have done more popular songs because a lot of people also didn't know a lot of those songs he did because those weren't his regular jam songs that people are familiar with. So that was a huge mistake on Kendrick's part. He should have done more songs that people would recognize. What else about the halftime show that I thought was very interesting? This is not good. That I'm working on. Got all jacked up. Oh no! I lost like hours and hours of work. Seems like. Ugh, this is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Hello. Do you have any questions for me? History. Um, ah, I'm researching something now. Hello, hello, welcome. Do you have any questions for me? No, no, no. How do you go back? I want to see this. There's an old save file. Ooh, more people. Hello, welcome. Do you have any questions for me? I'm just sitting here late at night and I would love to just have someone chat with me. And I'm doing some work. Okay. I'm trying to learn how to use Adobe Rush. Okay. Oh, the heck is it? The history panel, which is accessing the Windows history. The history panel. I need to find the history panel. Trying to find the history panel. What's the next one? Where is the history? Adobe. Eek. Oh, if I don't find it, that means I did all this work earlier and I'm gonna lose it all. But where are these things saved? I think that would help a lot. Would help mucho, mucho. I know it's I can't believe I made such a mistake. What did I have for lunch? Today for lunch, I made a pizza, and I like to make my own dough. So which is crazy that pizza is so expensive now when it literally is just flour, water, and yeast. And I start making the dough in the morning, and then when it's ready and it rises, I just flatten it out, and I put some pizza sauce on there, and then I put some mozzarella cheese, and I put some basil on there, and some crushed garlic, and a little bit of pepperoni. Put it in the oven. Bam, homemade pizza. Easy peasy. The hardest part is actually making the dough. But other than that, easy peasy. Now, figure out how to fix this. That means I did all that work earlier. Um, Terrible. I make such a simple mistake. Only way I can solve this later is to match the sounds, but I could do this at least. So, yeah, so that's what I had for lunch today. Pizza. For dinner, I had some homemade. I mean, I wouldn't say it's homemade, but I had some like noodle soup that I made. It was pretty good. What did you guys have for lunch today? I don't know. Or is anyone interested in the All Star NBA game that's happening tomorrow? Because I feel like, as I was saying earlier, every year it gets worse and worse. Oh, so this one. Dun, dun, dun. Where is everyone from that they are also awake and not sleeping at this time? See, I'm out here in California, and I'm luckily enough that nothing around me burned down, but we recently got some rain in, and it's like you got floods going on the East Coast. You got hurricanes coming in Florida. You got fires in California, and then now we got heavy. They're calling it like torrential rain now. It's like a river of rain coming down, and it causes the mudslide problems. And it's got me thinking a lot about insurances lately, and how the insurance companies kind of bailed out right before everything went down. And I saw this report that said that that's going to continue, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. Supposedly, none of their insurance companies are making that much money anymore, and they're pulling out of everywhere. And so that's a huge problem right now with the insurance companies. And yeah, it's just getting bad. Oh, when's the last time anyone's ever been to a chiropractor? I feel like I was really big into chiropractors when I was younger, but then like the last few times I went, they said that like chiropractors can make you go paralyzed, which I don't know if it's true or not, but like the more and more like regular doctors you talk to about like chiropractors, the more like I guess I get freaked out about it. So I don't want to go anymore. When's the last time? Do you guys go chiropractors at all? There's this thing I found that was pretty interesting that a lot of insurance companies don't cover chiropractors, but they will cover acupuncture. So I thought that's very interesting. Like, what's the difference? That one is covered and one is not. Fix this one. Ooh, Yeah, so I thought that's very interesting that a lot of chiropractors are not covered, but acupuncture is. And I feel like I think it's because acupuncture's got more years of testing than chiropractors. I think that's how it was described to me. Why, if you have like a medical thing, that chiropractors are not covered. I believe I lost all my work I did earlier. I spent almost a whole day on this video and gone. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome to the late night random thought time. If you have questions, let me know. If not, I am just working in the back here. If you just want to hang out and hear me ramble on to myself, you're in for a treat. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. I am here just rambling on about random thoughts. If you have questions, if you want to play Would You Rather, I would love to play. And if not, you could just have me in the background and I'll just be rambling on to myself, to the internet, and to whoever will listen while I try to fix this problem I'm having here. Basically, just wasted a whole day of work. And so I'm just gonna try to sit here and fix this problem. If you have questions you want to ask this random guy on the internet, I am game for almost any question. Why I am trying to fix my mistake I made earlier. I hope this doesn't take me all night, because that would be terrible. I spent almost a whole day on this project, and literally in the last 5 minutes, I kind of goofed up and I was like on the home stretch. Has that ever happened to you before when you're like about to be done with some project you're working on? And then in the last second, you just mess it up. And now you're just having the feeling of regret inside as you know that you now have to redo everything that you just worked on. And in a way, it could be even harder to redo what you just did because I have pieces of my project that I was working on that's almost already finished product. And I have to go back and redo, but it might not be as good as how I had it before. And so I'm like, oh, and I feel like it's actually even more work to use the pieces I have than to just go back and yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to figure this out. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Seems like everyone's very quiet today. Maybe they just want to hear me ramble on in the background. Maybe I'll just put you guys to sleep slowly. I'm out here in California. I don't know where you're at or how late it is over there. but I'll just keep talking. Maybe I'll talk in a softer AMSR kind of voice. I can't believe that the ASMR thing became so popular. Like, all of a sudden, everyone started whispering in videos, and it became super popular. I I personally feel like the ASMR style video drives me insane because it always starts with the tapping, and yeah, it's like, oh, ASMR, watch me do laundry. And it's like laundry, laundry. Oh, I wonder if I should move my mic. Is this better or is this worse? Sorry. Right. How's this? Better? I don't know. I can't really hear myself, so. Oh, fix this. Does anyone know there's a redo button? Start working on while waiting for more people to come in here. I mean, there's four of you guys in here right now. I mean, if you guys have any questions, let me know. If not, you're just gonna hear me ramble on for like hours and hours on end. And yeah, I feel like, I mean, how do you guys think this year is going so far? If you guys, oh, hello there. Let me actually say hello. Yeah, I'm just here working. It's late, and I just thought I'll just hop on. And if you guys just want to listen to me talk, wonderful. If you have questions that you want to play a game or something, even better. But I'm currently working on a project, and I just completely messed it up, and now I have to start over. Basically, editing a video, and in the process of editing it, I didn't save the original backup. So now I have to redo the whole video, but I have bits and pieces of it. And so now I have the audio, but I have now to match the audio with the video, and it's going to be a huge pain. So yeah. But yeah, how do you guys feel like how this year is going so far? I know we're 1 month and a half in, which is kind of crazy. It feels like it went by pretty fast. Went by pretty fast. No, the major topics right now is Trump stuff, but I feel like we're all tired of hearing about Trump stuff at this point. Or if you're not, I mean, I don't mind talking about it. It's what I do all the time is actually talk about Trump stuff, and I feel like I've talked too much about Trump stuff at this point. I mean, I'm not a fan of the optics of that Elon and Trump presser that they did, I just don't think it's a good look. If you guys know, I'm more of a, I want to say I'm like a centralist. I don't really care about either side, like left wing, right wing. To me, I don't know if you guys seen a lot of my videos before. I've said this a gajillion times. They're all the same to me. I don't feel like it matters at all. Just don't. I feel like, especially when you see the pictures of like Obama and um, and Trump at that at Carter's funeral, and they're all buddy buddy. And then especially, and if you see the pictures of Bill and Hillary hanging out before, back in the old days, like when Hillary was younger and Trump was younger, before Trump got all angry at Obama and decided to run for president. Like you can see they were buddies. So yeah, I don't like that. So yeah, but I don't like the picture. And if you see the other one where like Elon, especially he's wearing all black and he's standing over Trump and he's making Trump look small. It's just not a good look. It's not a good look. It makes it feel like he's running the country. And that it was it People's or Times? I forget. Magazine cover where you have Elon in front on the cover and he's in the desk. It also makes it look like he's running the show. Not a good look, you know? It was just not a good look. We'll see how this IRS audit is going. I think it's funny that they're in charge of auditing, but they're gonna get audited soon. So I wonder, like I mentioned earlier, like I wonder, do they have time to like audit our taxes? That would be insane in the membrane. Um, so this way. Wow. Much glad I kept. Now I have this issue where I have to match audio to the what I have going so far. Let's see. Bored, random, late night thoughts. Let's drink some water. Mm, water. So good. Do you feel like you drink enough water throughout the day? I don't feel like I drink enough water. They say you're supposed to drink like six or so, like full on water bottles. I don't do that at all. Let's see. In the morning, I have like one cup of coffee. And then at some point throughout the day, I might have Another cup of water. I don't feel like I drink enough water throughout the day. Do you? I think breakfast, one cup of coffee. Lunchtime, probably like some kind of beverage. Dinner, I have something, and then later at night, I might have some like tea or something, and that's it. I know if I do coffee and tea right back to back, oh, that gets me charged all night. That that's I don't know why. I don't know what it is with the tea and the coffee, but when they mix together, whoa. But if I just do straight coffee, I could do that all day and it doesn't bother me at all. So ugh. It's too fast. So, oh, it's- this bottom, this up here. Mm. Hello, hello, more peoples. So yeah, I am just working on this video and got all messed up. If it didn't get messed up, I would have been done with it already, but now I have to do almost everything all over again. It's more annoying now because I recorded all the audio already. Or maybe I'll just do it and I'll have the audio not match up. I don't know if that's a better idea. Basically, I have a 50-minute long video that I cut down to 11 minutes. And now, it's- okay. Oh, this doesn't seem as fun at late night though. During the day, there's so much more people and the stream is more active. But I mean, it's not terrible if you don't mind just watching me sit here. And I don't mind it either. It's- Okay. At least I can see where my edits are. So I can hopefully match this up. So I cut there. Boom. Boom. Okay. At least I found that part. Hello, hello. If you're just tuning in, I see there's two new people here. I am just working late by myself. And you can see I got the ibex going. It's late. And I just have you guys in the background. If you want me in the background, I'm just gonna be talking to myself. There's nothing else going on. I mean, I'm in California, so it's 11. It's 12 o'clock at night. And if you're here, I don't know where you guys are, but it must be pretty late over there too. Unless you're in Guam or Hawaii. When I used to work in banking, I was a cold caller, and like, oh wait, yeah, like we would start work, and then when it got later, we would start cold calling Hawaii. And if it got even later, and you didn't hit your numbers yet, you would start calling Guam, because Guam is part of the United States, and it was bought, it was taken over. You call Guam and you try to get a deal done. I, you know what is even crazier? I said stuff and I don't even know what I just said right now. I'm like rambling on to myself. Oh no, it's not you, huh? Listen to watch the regular video first. Okay, new plan, guys. Listen to this video first and then try to match a bit. You know, that's what we should do. Oh, you see, good thing I listened to it. That's why the sound doesn't match up. That's weird. Okay, that's why. Mm. Oh, that one part matched up. Yes. It's coming together, guys. Coming together. It's part. Oh, boom, boom. So hard to match up. Like I said earlier, I have to match up the sound. And what's making this more tedious is that I finished all the work earlier. Now I have to go back. Mm. Oh, and now I have to watch this video, find this laugh. Oop, 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 oop. Hello, hello. Oops. Eat. Oop. Hello, hello. You guys looking forward to anything tomorrow? Sunday. Some people got Monday off. It's nice. Mm. Oof. You know what I need? I need some like dead space, dead air, so I can do this. I'm looking for like a laugh. Oh, my neck is killing me. Hmm. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going crazy. I think it's getting so late. Like, you know what's crazy? When you're younger, you can stay up so late. Now, like I stay up until 1 or so, and I'm like, oh, my eyes are killing me. Oh, my eyes are killing me. Oh, they red? I think one of these days I want to try to do one of those 24-hour streams. I think that would be kind of funny. Fake, fake. What's fake? What's fake? What? Who's fake? Am I fake? Oh my gosh, I feel like I am going delusional. Hi, Tim. What do you mean by fake? Please elaborate. We're waiting. Oh, I hope you're still here, Tim. Oh, you thought this? Oh, do people do that? That's kind of messed up. If I'm gonna sit here and torture you guys with my nonsense, I want it to be real. How about that? Wait, do people do that though? They just like have the stream going and they just play a pre-recorded like stream thing? Oh, it's kind of lame. I guess what a lot of people would do, I think I've seen it before, where they would just have like a TV show in the background, and then I guess that's how they get views. They just like play Family Guy in the back, and they're just like do 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 do, and just have people watch Family Guy while they're streaming. But no, I prefer to torture you guys with my nonsense. Mm. Oh, I found it. I found the clip I was looking for. Found the clip I was looking for. Yes. Yes. No, I'm here slowly going insane. I feel like I've been here for like an hour or so. I think the goal, you know what I want to do one of these days? I don't know if you guys know the story about Mr. Beast and how he got his big break. One of his big breaks that he did was he basically did video of him counting to, was it 100,000 or something? And it was just nonstop him counting to 100,000. And I feel like that's one of these things I want to do one of these days. Oh wait, I see what I did here. Cut it right here. That's why it doesn't match up. Sorry. This makes more sense now. This goes here. Okay. This goes here. This goes here. Yes, it's starting to line up, guys. Hello. If it's late and you're just looking for someone to talk to, I'm the guy. I know there's only 6 people in here right now. My eyes are killing me. But yeah. There. Adobe Rush is crashing on me. Adobe Rush, why you crash on me? Oh, wait. Oh, working. It's working again, guys. It's working again. Don't crash on me. We're gonna try to go all night. But yeah, one of these days, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I want to try to do what Mr. Beast did and count to 100,000 or more. You got, has anyone ever tried it before? Is it really that hard to count nonstop to 100,000 on like a? Well, he did it in a video because they didn't have streaming back then. I think to do the counting to 100,000 on stream was much harder. Or maybe I'd start doing like push-ups or something. Oh, but I have to change up the whole setup. That sounds good. Like every question I do a push-up. That's a good one. Mhm. Mm. Boop, 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 boop. Ugh. What's the latest? How? What is the latest anyone's ever stayed up? Personally, I think I've done a day and a half. Like, I'm not talking like if you're on meth or something and you just like if you're on like meth and you just stay up all night. But what is everyone's personal record? I think I was able to do, I want to say 2 days or maybe a day and a half. I think a day and a half. I remember I did a full all nighter and then some, and I was dying. Yeah, so I wonder what is everyone's record. Yeah, so I'm watching this video. I would like share my screen, but I don't think it's very helpful. Ugh. I think this is a sign we're getting old. Like everything hurts so much more. Ugh. Maybe I should just do. I think people like the ASMR stuff more when I start talking like this. Yeah, I don't know if it sounds good or not, but I really hate it how this is so popular. Like when you do ASMR everything, you do ASMR, laundry ASMR, walking the dog ASMR. Um, you know what I was just thinking about right now with egg prices the way they are. I remember like eggs was the easiest thing to cook, right? So that's one of the first things you learn to cook with. But now, since eggs are so expensive, I don't think kids can cook with eggs anymore. Imagine like that saying like, "Oh, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs." And you're just like, "Oh, no, don't break those eggs. Please save them." Realize it's a problem. Oh, oh. Go insane. Eh. Mhm. So yeah, I'm editing this video about Denk demos, and she says that s- she's a 500-pound girl, and she realized she needs to stop losing weight when she started getting really close to 600 pounds. And it's like she passed 300 pounds, 400 pounds, 500 pounds, and then right when she started getting to 600, she was like, "That's enough. I gotta, I gotta tone it back." Whoa. Found the next. Oh, found the next part. Get so excited when I find the next part, and I can't believe I had to spend so many hours fixing this when this literally should have been done the first time. I would have been done a long time ago. Aw. I went up to 9 for a second, and I was gonna say hello, but they left. Ugh. Whoever you 5 guys are, they're still here. You guys are solid. Unless you fell asleep to my voice. Ooh, hello, new people. New people. If you're new here, I'm slowly going insane. Slowly going insane because it's late. Oh, they left. Boop, 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 boop. Maybe when new people come in, I shouldn't say hello. Maybe it scares them off. Yeah. Ooh, sorry. Should have muted before I coughed, huh? My bad. Ooh, I'm getting better at matching the sound though. Mm, mm-hmm. Ooh, ah. Hello, welcome. Number 7, lucky 7. If someone else comes in, you're not gonna be lucky 7. Actually, you'll always be lucky 7 in my heart. I know we just had Valentine's Day, so I'm still feeling very corny. Where is it? I found this website, and it is looks like it's a law firm, but they have stuff about what vehicles an overweight person can drive and kind of the things about it. Did you know a Prius can hold up to 900 pounds? Welcome, welcome. Number seven. Hello. Oh, yes, we're still at seven. Lucky seven. Hello there, Mr. Eight. Welcome to the late night. If you have any topics you want to talk about, I'll bring it up. Hello, hello, Biggie E. What state are you in? I'm in California, so it's 1 a.m. here. But I feel like, oh, awesome. What do you think about this is what I've been thinking about today. Is like, you know how the insurance companies are going out? And someone earlier was like, "Oh, you come to Florida, come to Florida." And I'm like, dude, the insurance is also going out in Florida. I saw this thing where they're saying that eventually it's going to be impossible to get insurance everywhere in the United States. So I don't know. That's food for thought. Were you affected by the fire at all? E. Oh, I was telling the story earlier about when I was growing up. I remember I had finals, and oh yeah, I mean Texas is the thing, but like I feel like Texas has its own problems. But anyways, I was going back. I was thinking about in high school. I remember I grew up, and we probably had like three fires, like throughout my childhood in that area. And I remember going to school, and this is when the schools didn't close for any reason. And I remember it was like raining ash, and we would basically pick up the ash. And in this area, I grew up in like Southern California where they had the eucalyptus trees, so the air smells like eucalyptus. But anyways, we will take the ash and we'll make snowball. We'll make ash balls with them and we'll just like chuck them at each other. I was thinking like these days, if that happened, the schools would definitely be closed. And I remember one year in high school though, I had finals that week, and I just didn't want to study so badly for these finals. And then the day before, we had a big fire, and it basically was burning the whole hillside. Yeah, this was back in the early '90s. I forget what year because I was little, but it was snowing and we were in school. And but back to my high school, and it was finals, and like I didn't want to study for it. I forget what test it was, like maybe history or something. And I'm like, oh my gosh, please! And the fire's going. I'm watching the news. I'm like, if it gets close enough, they'll just cancel school, so that'll be great. Then I won't have to study. And I remember watching the news, everyone's hosing down their rooftops and everything. And from my window of my room, I could see the fire on the hill. I'm like watching it, it's coming. I'm like, oh, it's getting so close to the school. And I remember talking to all my friends on AOL or AIM, whatever. And we're like, do we need to study? Do we need to study? Like, we don't know, it's coming. The fire stops a street away from my school, and they didn't close the school. And so I remember driving to school in the morning, and I could see one side is my school perfectly fine. The other side was burnt to a crisp. And we're like, school's not canceled, really? And it was, the smell was so intense. And we were surprised that they didn't close the school when the fire was literally one street away. But, it's like the '90s. Things are different. I saw this one picture where this one mom, she was complaining that the school closed. Yeah, I mean, things are definitely a lot different now, but like, I mean, I remember walking home from school every day by myself, cooking my own food, and I barely know how to cook. But what I did was I just took an egg in the morning. You take an egg, which is crazy now, and you just throw it into the rice cooker and have it cook rice with the egg in there. And when you get home from school, it'll be done. So that's basically what I did every day. I just cooked everything in the rice cooker. I'm Asian, rice. um, and that's what we did every day. I would just go home, cook my own food. My parents came home at like 9 at night, so I would never see anybody all day. But yeah, it sounds great, but then you gotta think about the other side. And I grew up when the internet first started coming out, right? And I remember I was the first one in my class to get a computer, and I remember just chatting with like, I don't know, 56-year-old men or whoever. And I was thinking like, if you did that now, like someone's calling the police. But no one knew anything about internet back then. There were no like parent um, safeguards or whatever that they have now. Like my parents didn't know how to use the internet at all. So like I remember like we would like chat with people and pretend to be other people all the time on the internet, on like those chat rooms and whatnot. But yeah, times are definitely different. I feel like we just like I was driving around and I noticed that no one even walks on the streets anymore. Like sidewalks are just empty. Yeah, it would be really weird now. But back then, that was like what we did. Yeah, so I'm just on here chatting with whoever while I'm working on this project. Basically, I'm editing another video and I was basically done and I messed up and now I have to redo it almost all over again. And I want to stay up all night. I hope not all night, but I want to try to do this as long as I'm already losing my voice. I'm just been rambling on to myself all night as I'm trying to do this video. Ugh. Yeah, this video is about Dank Damos. I don't know if you're familiar with her. That's hilarious. 1989. You think? I mean, I guess they had the internet back then, but it wasn't accessible to like regular people, right? 1989. I think like what was going like in school? You must have been like elementary school-ish, right? Or something like that. At that time, if your librarian's trying to explain, because like in the 90s, I had a computer, like early 90s. And I remember my brother was had this. He was still using a typewriter to do like essays and stuff. Like you handwrite and then you do the typewriter part. He did the typewriter part. When I was doing it, by that time I got to that grade, we had computers. Oh, oh dang! He must have one of those guys that had the original computers where it was punch cards. Have you seen those? Where to send a message, they would put little like they had papers, like these long slips of papers, and that's how you would enter in the codes, and you would be like boop 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 boop, and each dot would tell it. Yeah, yeah, I know. We had like in the early 90s. That's when we had those modems, like the 56K modems, and you can't call each other. But I'm talking about like, he's probably talking about the original computers and how they used to send were like these cards, like kind of like those a punch card, but they had yeah. Because I remember watching, I don't know if you watched Columbo, but I was really big into that show. And I remember one of the episodes was like a computer episode, and that's how the guy did it. He had like a punch card, and he programmed his computer to basically set up the murder at a certain time with those punch cards. And no, at this time, during that time, like no one knew what computers were, and he just got away with it because he like programmed the computer to basically murder a guy. Wow. All right, I gotta get back onto this video. Hours of work. Yeah, I'm working on this video about Think Damos. She did an interview with Charlemagne. She's the that 500-pound rapper that's suing Lyft because the Lyft driver decided not to let her in his car. And yeah, she's doing this interview, and I'm watching this interview. Of her. She sounds kind of sweet, but like she's 600 pounds, almost 600 pounds. In my first exposure to any kind of music. with Morgans. Oh yeah. I know that movie, but it's so blurry to me. I'm trying to think. I don't remember any movies that had internet besides me firsthand doing. And I remember the first thing I really did with the internet too was I played Diablo One, and I remember being in I think what grade I was in elementary school, so third or fourth grade, playing Diablo One with my dial up, and that's all I was thinking about. Like I would like plan out my day and like go home, turn on the modem, and yeah, play Diablo One. And I remember back then, the only way to beat Diablo One was, I mean, it's not the only way, but like you would, I had these hacks. Oh, it was so magical. And remember Diablo One, you could only be this elementary school, and Diablo One was like so crazy for the time because like if you look real close at the succubus characters, you could see just a little bit of like, and I'm in elementary school, and you can just see just a little bit of flash, and you're like, wow, like it's right there. And you know, for the time, it was so bloody too, which makes it even more cool. But yeah, that's all I did. You know what I'm talking about? Like the original Diablo, where it's like they just like the pixelated like. And then oh, I was obsessed with Diablo One, and I remember I started playing like a hardcore mode, and and I was already kind of cheating. Like I found a way to download hacks, and I was like, I thought I was doing awesome until another guy came. Yeah, and another guy came. He had even better hacks. Because I'm a little kid. He's probably like a grown up, so he probably knows exactly what he was doing with his like cheats or whatever. But he like completely murdered me, and I thought I was already strong. And I remember trying to do PvP, and the PvP was like you had to be a hacker. Everyone had cheats, and it was like you ever watched the movie? I think it's The Big Hit with Marky Mark. Yeah, Marky Mark is in there, and there's this part where they're making the ransom deal, and he's got the busters, and they're like trying to trace each other's phone calls, and the guy's like, "Oh, trace the CIA is like, oh, trace the phone call," and the guy's like, "Oh, they're trying to trace the call. Don't worry, I got the buster." And the guy's like, "Oh, he's got a buster. I got the buster." And then the other guy's like, "Oh, you got the buster. I got the buster master buster." And that's what it felt like when I was trying to PvP in Diablo One, where everyone had hacks, and it's like who had the better hacks. Ugh, yeah, that. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm slowly going insane because I've been on it for a while, and like I'm, I'm doing this. I'm trying to get a hymns sponsorship. So, and if you guys know anybody from hymns, please, this would be a great. You know, it really proves it works. If you know. But anyways, it's getting late. Thanks for chatting with me, Big. I'll see you guys later.